What is up, YouTube? Today I want to do a review, quick 2 to 3 minutes, on the Outdoor Vitals 15 degree Atlas Mummy Sleeping Bag. This bag is available on Outdoor Vitals and also through their Amazon store. It runs about 60 to 70 bucks. It's rated at 15 degrees. It's filled with 550 down. And it does a really good job at keeping you warm. I've had this bag for a few months now, and I waited to do the review on it until I had a chance to really test it when it was nice and cold. Well, recently it's gotten very cold here in Virginia, and so last night I think we got down to around 18 degrees. And the rating on this is to 15 degrees, and I can tell you without a doubt, this will keep you, that's not the extreme low for this bag. I was very comfortable at 16, 17, 18 degrees last night. So this bag will definitely keep you warm. It's not the survival rating. It'll take you at least, I believe it would take you lower than 15 degrees in an extreme scenario. But 15 degrees being the limit, that's what they say. I can tell you for a fact it does keep you warm. That is a pro. It is coated with a DWR coating on the outside to protect the down from drops or moisture condensation that builds up, and I can tell you that that does work as well. Some things I like about it are the cost. For 60, 70 bucks you get a down-filled mummy bag that does its job. It keeps you warm. I think some of the cons to it are though it's not the lightest. This bag comes in right around 2.5, 3 pounds. I think according to their website, and I'll look it up like super quick here while I've got you on there, it comes in at 3 pounds 3 ounces, and I would say that that's accurate. I did weigh it. I think it was 3 pounds 1 ounce. It's got a nice hood. It's got a elastic cord that allows you to string that tighter. On the inside, it does have a baffle on the inside of the zipper. You can see the black is the baffle. So that does block out drafts. I didn't have any drafts last night with it. And then it does have a neck collar as well, with a little pocket built into the top. Now, some things that I will tell you that you should be aware of on this bag is I don't know that they make a large version of this. I'm 5'7", I weigh about 165, and this bag was pretty much, I could push the ends of the bag. So I would say 5'8", 5'9" is probably getting close to the limits, although it should be a 6-foot sleeping bag. I think on the side it says 81 inches. Yeah, it might be a little tight for you if you're much above 5'8", 5'9". But being 5'7", I was nice and toasty in this last night. Now it rates 31 inches wide. Now I have wide shoulders, and I'm holding it up here. Let me see if I can find the widest point for you. I'll move it. I have wide shoulders, and you can see about where that's about as wide as I can get that bag. The reason why that's kind of important to point out is that once you're inside the bag and you're filling it out, it's going to squeeze in just a little bit more. I had no room inside the bag to move around very much. I can move my hands up and down, and that was about it. Very, very tight quarters once you're inside the bag if you're broad shoulders. If you're slim, you're going to have no problems. But being broad shouldered, it was a little bit of an issue. And let me tell you why. It comes to what the cons are on this bag. Outside of the weight being a little heavier than what, some of there's bags that are obviously way, way lighter, but hundreds of dollars more. So it comes to that trade-off. But some of the issues that I had with the bag quickly are the zipper. Like, it was rare that I could get the zipper to zip like it just did, where it zipped all the way up and down without catching on anything. And especially from inside, it was really difficult. It just caught right there. It does this quite often, and it is a real pain in the butt to try and get it to undo, especially at night. Now I can't get it undone. Especially at night when your hands might be cold and you can't see very well. It is really a pain. The zipper is something that needs looked at, and I just zipped the snot. There it goes, bam. The materials are really tough, so I've had to pull it jams out every time I've ever used the bag, and that has been my biggest disappointment in the bag has been the zipper. It just, man, it turns what is normally would be an easy process and just something that is a major struggle if you're struggling with that zipper. The other issues that I had are that your neck baffle inside the bag connects with these Velcro hook and loop closures. So you get one side, and then the other side, you see they're not exactly the easiest to pop open, and then they just kind of marry up against each other to make that circular baffle. I don't know if I can actually turn this inside out so you can see it good, so that you get that baffle around your neck, and then that's where it connects. But connecting that while you're inside the bag, when you only have this much room to deal with, it's over on this particular bag is a right, so it's on my right. When you only have that much room to deal with, that took me several minutes to get those things pieced apart, and then to figure out how to get them together in the dark. Very, very difficult. Even when you have light, which I did have minimal light coming, because it's inside the bag there, you can't see, light's not making it that far into the bag, so you can't see what you're doing. So you have to do that with your hands. Bit of a pain in the butt. And I would say it kind of makes it hard to get super comfortable. But now, do I recommend the bag? Yeah, absolutely. If you need something that's going to keep you warm on cold nights, again, we got down into the teens. I was toasty warm inside this bag. It did a great job of keeping me warm. Now, that being said, I'm not a huge mummy bag guy. I like the quilt style, just because I don't like to be constricted. The wide shoulders makes it very difficult to have a mummy bag that makes me feel comfortable inside of it. That being said, I do like the Nemo style spoon mummy bags. They have more room in the shoulders and in the foot box. But this bag does an awesome job for, I think I paid $70 for this bag. It was on clearance at the time. I think this is last year's model. I think it is the 2016 versus what would be now their 2017 models. I don't exactly know the differences other than some of the colors. And hopefully some of the differences are that they have upgraded that zipper. The zipper being one of the big issues. Outside of that, this is a super functional mummy style bag that's hard to beat for the money. For 70 bucks, a sucker that'll keep you nice and toasty. Made with this 550 down, 800 grams of 550 fill. Awesome, DWR coated, so if you get moisture in your tent, you're not going to soak your down. The foot box stays nice and cozy. It's completely enclosed. There's a foot box, and it's got a couple hanging straps. Now, I always store mine from the hanging straps. I never compress it down. And when it comes time to stick them in the backpack, I just stuff things down into the backpack. You see my pack sitting over here. I just stuff it down in there. It just takes up the space and fills it up nicely. I do have some compression sacks for a couple of synthetic bags of my kids to squeeze those down because they're heavier. But that being said, great deal. I know I went over a couple minutes, sorry, but I wanted to tell you more about it. Nice and cushy on the inside. I'm trying to think of any last thoughts. It's really soft on the inside, super comfortable. If you're okay with 3 pounds on your bag and it's not squeezing down like to a tiny fraction of the size, I mean it's going to squeeze down to a ball about a basketball size. But outside of that, if you're good with those things, the price can't be beat for 60-70 bucks. Outdoor Vitals gives it a lifetime warranty. I'll put the link down below as well as a description of this particular bag, and I hope you reach out to them and give it a try if it's in your price range and it's something that you're looking for. Good toasty bag, 70 bucks, hard to beat. Take care.